All right, we're taking a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Going to diagnose it, see if we believe it has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. We're going to diagnose it, see what our thoughts are. So, BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome, is when the unique CTR all of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. This means fewer than 6 out of 100 women are clicking somewhere on our ad, which means our ad is getting into fewer than 6 out of 100 women's brains, which means fewer than 6 out of 100 women that we're paying to reach, there's actually like a non-zero chance they'll actually buy from us. So we gotta get this number up as high as possible to get our ads into this maximum number of women's brains as possible. Because basically this means how many women are not simply scrolling on by. If they simply scroll on by, our chance of them buying from us is zero. But if they click somewhere, chance of them buying from us is greater than zero. So we gotta get this number up as high as possible. And any number, I mean, 6% is the minimum. Every Boudoir Facebook ad can be above 6% easy. Even if I put in like no effort, I get it above 6%, 100% of the time. So below 6%, we got issues, and that's because unique CTRL under 6% is not normal. It's extremely common. It's literally like 100% of Boudoir Facebook ads I've seen, it's extremely common, but it's not normal. It's actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And that deeper root cause are the 3 pre-click mistakes. We'll talk about those at the end of at the end of the video. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser. So BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. So our universe is taking shape here. We also know that a BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. So we invented this. So we duplicate the current Boudoir Facebook ads, leave the originals as they are, running or not running, and we actually treat the duplicated ad. And once we treat the duplicated ad, we actually run that treatment for about a week, and at the end, we keep whichever one running that has the best metrics. Now, once treated with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So we would have gotten rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes, and we now have pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we got our unique CTR above 6%. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser at DBA. So this is our full universe here. We got a BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. That's fine, easy to solve. Treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. Achieve pre-click alignment. We become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. Unique CTRLs for our ads never ever below 6% ever again. All right, so my residency, went out there, found some Boudoir Facebook ads out in the wild. A unique first one, brought it to the hospital, tested it, had a unique CTRL 4.3%. So we know BLCS is present. So I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was actually wasting 37% of ad spend, literally just being thrown out the window, given to Facebook with no benefit to us. So they're spending 10 grand on the original Boudoir Facebook ad. Now we only need to spend, 10 grand a month. Now we only need to spend $6,700 a month or $6,300 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get our ads into the same number of women's brains in both scenarios. And in that case, we're pocketing that $3,700 a month that was previously wasted. We're pocketing that. The business owner is by simply not needing to spend that money anymore. No longer needs to spend that money. And because of that, they kind of get a phantom bonus every month, or at the end of the year, at the end of 12 months, they're getting like a phantom, $40,000 bonus. But it was simply 1 week of Boudoir Pico treatment. All right, next, we look at my second part of my residency, went out there, found some other Boudoir Facebook ads out in the wild. Found out that or found the second one, brought it to the hospital, treated it, found out its unique CTRL 1.39%. Okay, so we know that BLCS is present because the unique CTRL is under 6%. So I duplicated it, treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week, and got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%, much better. So we found out the original was wasting 84% of its ad spend. So they spent 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad. Now they only need to spend $1,600, 1.6 grand a month on the Boudoir Pico treated Facebook ad to get their ad into the same number of women's brains in both scenarios. So as a result, we're eliminating $8,400 a month in wasted Boudoir Facebook ad spend. And when we eliminate that, we actually, the business owner actually pockets that every single month, kind of like a phantom bonus, phantom profit, doesn't need to serve any clients, but literally $8,400 a month. That's like 100 grand, over the next year. Finally had a patient, that patient come in, saw his ads, Boudoir Facebook ad at 5.03% unique CTRL. So we knew that BLCS is present. So we duplicated it, or did a lot of work on this one. Treated it with Boudoir Pico, took about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of ad spend. And it's wasting 67% of ad spend. That means that they're spending 10 grand a month on the original Boudoir Facebook ad. They only need to spend $3,300 a month on the Boudoir Pico treated ad to get their ad into the same number of women's brains in both scenarios. So it's $6,700 a month that was being wasted. Now it's back in his pocket every single month. He doesn't have to spend that money anymore. And, it's like, what's an 80K bonus at the end of the year, something like that. So the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. So, look at the numbers right here. We got wasting 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. Take the average of these numbers, it's probably somewhere between 50 to 60%. So that means for Boudoir Facebook advertisers spending more than 10 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ads, literally off rip, approximately 5K a month is being wasted, paid to Facebook for no benefit whatsoever. And that's every single month. So at the end of 12 months, it's approximately 60K over the next year. So we're going to diagnose this, see if we believe it has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. So let's see what we got. We got the below creative cluster mistake here. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we're trusting that what Facebook tells us to fill out when creating an ad is what we should fill out. We're trusting that's good for us, but in fact it's bad for us, it's good for Facebook. What this causes is way more women to scroll by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6%, and actually increasing the probability we have BLCS. And that is because, well, the flip side, the more women scroll by our ad for unit time, the more ads Facebook can serve for per unit time. That's why Facebook wants us to fill this out. It makes Facebook more money per unit time. All right, next, looking at the creative. So, all right, let's see, looks like an ad mistake. Looking at the photo, looking at the creative. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is that we believe a Boudoir Facebook ad should look like an ad, because all the other Boudoir Facebook ads we've seen have looked like ads, and everyone cannot be wrong, can they? Well, actually, 100% of the Boudoir Facebook ads I have seen the back end for and tested myself, took and tested myself, have had BLCS, literally 100% of them. And that's because everyone's making the same mistakes as everyone else. So the consequence of the Looks like an ad mistake is that gonna have way more women scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ads than necessary, pulling our unique CTR under 6% and actually leading to BLCS. Finally, we got the see more headline first 2 3/4 lines, Facebook mobile news feed. Win a 43.99 Boudoir experience. I could change how you see yourself. You don't need to be young or thinner. All right, so we got a few pieces of context here, but we're still we're still making the lack of context mistake. Like we don't have the optimum amount of context, and the false belief causing us to make this mistake is that we thought we had enough context to optimize the amount of women that click somewhere on our ad out of 100. Um, you know, to be as efficient as possible, but we did not achieve that. So the consequence of this, way more women are going to be scrolling by our Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, pulling our unique CTRL under 6% and leading to a higher probability of BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome. Now, looking at everything all together, do I believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, has a unique CTRL under 6%, has Boudoir low click syndrome? Yes, I do. All right, so if you're a BLCA, Boudoir low click advertiser with BLCS, with Boudoir low click syndrome, and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you want to, save, eliminate, put back in your pocket approximately, 5K a month, approximately 60K over the next year by eliminating the wasted spend, getting rid of it, and you decide you want to do this now because you've optimized other parts of the business, pulled profit out, but you want to pull profit out of the Facebook ads part of your business now because you see the market getting, more and more saturated, more boudoir photographers every day. It seems like anytime anyone gets a new iPhone, they're throwing up their Google business profile or a new camera. They're posting in the mom groups. Then shoot me a DM and, well, shoot me a DM when my new patient intake happens, when I'm open for new patient intake. So right now my DMs are closed. I'm not accepting any new patients right now, but shoot me a DM once the new patient intake opens again.